Now think about this. So just if somebody wants to get into television and film, well, most likely the casting directors that are also booking television and film opportunities are doing TV commercials as well. So if you say no to the television commercial opportunities we get you, then you're actually not losing out on just the job. You're not taking someone else's spot, which you are also doing. You're also losing the opportunity to network with a casting director and meet them so that you're remembered later. Hey everyone, Adam Jacobs, CEO and Managing Director of Bubblegum Casting and Hunter Talent here. I've been answering questions. I'm continuing to answer questions for you guys. And today I've got a really good one. This could end up becoming maybe a rant. Let's get stuck into it. So the question I've got is, how do I get specific opportunities? So basically the person specifically said, how do I get more television and film opportunities? And this was from a talent that we actually represent. So I looked at their profile and I was like, okay, you don't have much experience at anything and you're only looking for television and film. This basically sort of got me starting to think about this question, because basically lots of people come to us and they're like, oh, well, we only want modeling. Okay. Or we only want television and film, or we don't want to do TV commercials. And you're like, okay, cool. Here's my response to that. And it's essentially this: just say yes. Now, I'm not talking about the political nature of that, the just say yes moment. I'm talking just say yes to the opportunities. Your goal is to be seen, to be heard, to be noticed, to be thought of. Now, think about this. So just if somebody wants to get into television and film, well, most likely the casting directors that are also booking television and film opportunities are doing TV commercials as well. So if you say no to the television commercial opportunities we get you, then you're actually not losing out on just the job. You're not taking someone else's spot, which you are also doing. You're also losing the opportunity to network with a casting director and meet them so that you're remembered later. So we have approximately 1 in 5 of our auditions is declined or not being able to attend it to during time constraints, or sometimes. And, there's obviously real reasons for some of those, and that's totally fine. But when someone just doesn't want to do it because that's not in their category, this video is for you. So if you want to get in television and film, how are you proposing to do that with nothing on your resume? If no casting director knows what you're able to do you really think that they're going to look at you for major television and film if they've never met you, and then there's someone else who they've met before who's been good to work with on a smaller type project? So television commercials are a gateway to casting directors and production companies so that you then have the ability to be remembered, seen, heard, noticed, and thought of. So just say yes. Now, you may go to that TV commercial and be completely crap, but it's also practice for you. So you're networking and you're practicing and you're getting better. Now, some people are like, they stick to their guns and only want sort of major television, major film. If you're in acting school or you're doing after school training or you're learning things, okay, well, maybe that's okay. But still, what experience do you have in the audition and casting process? You should be just saying yes. Now, I've got people who've come straight out of film school or major training development type programs, the most prestigious university performing arts programs, and they only want to do, say, television and film. And you're like, okay, cool. But how much actual casting experience do you have? And they're like, oh, none. I'm like, then you are going to be put up for television commercials. You need some casting experience. So that's the first sort of step that I kind of like to acknowledge. Now, the second piece is also, you want modeling. Okay. We also put television commercial into that category, especially non-verbal TV commercial. So why are you not going for that? Now, obviously, you can stick to doing the things you want to do, right? But you have to get runs on the board. You should be saying yes to absolutely everything when you're getting started. Absolutely everything. There should be no exceptions. Even if you bomb doing it, then it's practice. So just expecting that you're going to basically book a major apparel campaign with no or limited kind of experience is naive. And this is regardless for adults or for kids, or for more likely for parents of kids. And then on the other side of things, it's like, okay, how do you think that you're going to get exposure, say, for television and film? How do you think you're going to be seen if you don't actually and are never seen. So you just say yes. Just say yes to everything and do your best at it. Show up and you will most likely succeed. Now, if you're saying no or cherry picking your opportunities when you have nothing on your resume to demonstrate that what we can put you up for, then we are limited in what we can do for you. So now it's not quite a rant, obviously. I've obviously calmed it down a little, but the truth is that this is probably the biggest challenge that we face in our business, is that people expect that they are going to be famous straight away when they get into a prestigious firm. Just because we get 22 to 25,000 applications a year and we represent a very, very small percentage of that does not mean that you can skip doing the work. We have a plan that we create when we put people, like when we start signing people, and that's to start putting them in for absolutely everything. Our first step and attempts are to try and get runs on the board. Now, there are people who don't even get auditions. And then sometimes there are people who are saying no to absolutely every audition we generate them. And they're like, oh, it's not big enough or whatever. I had someone the other day who all they wanted was modeling. We got them a modeling job for $900 for 2 hours, which is not bad money by any stretch of the imagination. $450 an hour, including usage for a very small campaign though. And this was a kid, and the parents like, it's not lucrative enough, not interested. It's not lucrative enough, not interested, is what they said. And I still couldn't believe it. It's like, all you've wanted is this, all you've talked about is this. We've managed to actually do it. And then, that's not even good. And I'll be honest, we dismissed that person from the firm. We're no longer going to work with that person. They've made our lives too hard. There's no point. So basically from where we are right now, that's where what we focus on. Just say yes. Just say yes to everything. Even if you don't want to do it and you think maybe it's not the right fit, just say yes and see it as practice. Just say yes, just say yes, just say yes, just say yes, just say yes. I'm going to get this printed on a t-shirt. So, because from our firm now, we're dismissing people who are difficult to work with, who are saying no to lots of things. Obviously, we work with you on your career aspirations once you've started to get runs on the board. But the first step is to get you through the door and get you noticed. If you're saying no to the opportunities to get you noticed, our options are limited. We have a limited capacity in being able to represent you if you're saying no to things. And this applies to absolutely anything, not just my talent, not just us. So I really recommend that you just say yes. I'm seriously going to start championing this expression now that it's obviously not politicized from something else. Just say yes. Say yes to every opportunity. Go to every opportunity. And also be taking the time to develop yourself in terms of this stuff as well. It's all development. It's all learning. There's no surprises here that the people who say yes to the most are the people who do the best. I mean, it's like the people who are doing the most in terms of training and development are the people doing the best. This is a difficult industry, and there's definitely, you can make it harder for yourself or easier for yourself. So, and even when it's easier for yourself, it's still difficult. So just say yes is my new motto. Seize the day, carpe diem. And basically that is the piece of advice that I'm going to give moving forward. So don't cherry pick specific opportunities when you're just getting started. Say yes to everything and then go from there. All right. That's it. Adam Jacobs, CEO, Managing Director of Bubblegum Casting. Thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. Bye.